attention, just about the issue or the question or the circumstances of, well, how do I grow my business? So then I go into a number of things, and she talks, she loves to share the products and all that, perfect. So then but what else does she want? So I start talking with her, we talk about, well, she gets customers for sure because she's so bright, right? She's so friendly, but she always start with the product, so she get a customer. So it's her approach. If you don't mind me sharing, Amy.
No,
okay,
no,
right?
no, please,
Perfect.
please.
So it was a great conversation because
Yes.
however you approach, that's the result you will get. I've listened to a lot of amazing people. One of them, I get to spend a little time with Mr. Jack Canfield. He has a book called Success Principles. And I think the first or second one, first one is take responsibility for your own actions and your own success. Second one, I think it says E plus R equals O. E is event plus reaction equals outcome. So it all depends what outcome you want, right? By how you react to whatever event that is. So whatever result you're getting, it is what you're getting because how you create the event and how you react to it. Does that make sense? So there's always many ways to change. But one of the things that can power your business from just getting customer to the next level, and that's what, for example, Amy wanted, we discussed. And that's the other thing. It doesn't matter what I say, it doesn't matter what Amy say, it doesn't matter what Daniel, Lance, Tracy, Renee, Dr. Dan say. It matters everything what you say. The most two powerful word in the English language is called I am. You say to yourself who you are, what you are, however you are. Now, I don't like to talk about politics, just for example, right? So many years ago, when I was in my furniture business, I was making money and then boom, lost all my money. So at the time when you lose everything, literally everything, right? Financially, house, car, relationship, whatever, when you lose everything, you tend to go back and look what happened, right? So, and then besides yourself, you look out in the world, well, how come? How come some people are so successful? So one of the most successful people was George Bush Jr., right? George Bush, right? But people say, hey, he's only a B student. How did he become president? And I thought, man, that is interesting, right? How does any one person, like Elon Musk, become the richest person in the world, right? Or how does Daniel Pico, he went from nothing to become a multi-millionaire. What is that? How do people do it? So then I took it back to the very basic. You know what? We all have two legs, right? Like George Bush. Two arms, like Elon Musk, right? Two eyes, two ears, two nostrils, right? And a mouth. Okay, not aliens, right? I know UFOs popular now, but so what is it? It all stems from what comes out of our mouth. And I thought, that's right. But then what comes out of our mouth depends on what we think, doesn't it? And how we react. I said, wow, that's interesting. If that was the foundation of all our potential, it's just like Les Brown say, we're all born, dumb, speechless, and naked. Right? That's how we were born. So then when we go back and say, what's our potential? Well, it doesn't matter where you are today. How not successful you are, however you see yourself, or how successful you are what you think. Do you agree with me, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, because that's the fact of life, right? So how to move a business forward, how to power it forward is what? How you think, your mindset of where you are, who you are, what you've been through. But what you've been through, let me tell you, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter at all. I know Daniel talked about, being with Barco at a Tony Robbins event in Salt Lake City, and Tony's big thing is, at any instant, you can change the state of your being, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can be very docile and very lackluster, low energy. To the next moment, you can be like running around like an Amy Dunlap, There's that power there. But the question is, some of you are thinking, oh, I'm not that kind of person. You just said to yourself, I am not that kind of person. Or you can say, I could be, I am, I will be, I shall be, I am. So it's all however your business is, you can change it. Trust me on that. Because many years ago, as I got into the industry, if you ask me, oh, Samson, like Daniel said, right, on the front, right? You have to develop yourself. This industry is like this, is self-development with a paycheck, okay? So I'm like, I come from traditional business, like, why do you need to grow yourself, right? Why do you need that? You know what it is though? That growing part is just being open to possibilities. That's what it is. Possibility for yourself and possibility in other people. And one of the things that all the leaders up here, they know, the people that make money, that have had some kind of success in the industry, they see they went through and they found their own potential. And that's in seeing that within ourselves, they see the potential in other people. And I would tell you, over the years, having traveled the world, speaking to thousands and thousands of people, all ethnic groups, all kinds of people, all kinds of background, the ingredients for success, it's all the same. We all have them already. You just need to unlock it. You gotta trust me on that. And that can be powered by what? Your story, your why. Think about where you are, right? Look, or where you want to be, or where have you been, or however you start, doesn't matter. But think about where you could be at the end of your days, okay? Think about that most ideal situation if we were going to move on from this world would be laying in bed with the loved ones around us, and in comfort, right? And recognize maybe we've done something, but what if instead, at the foot of your bed, are your dreams that you never accomplished? Are the books you've never written? Is this a song that you've never sung? Are the things you did not do? What are those? Have you ever thought about that? Because life goes by, it's like blink of an eye. It's blink of an eye, it's years gone by. When I was young, I thought, I have a long life ahead. But you know what? Things can happen just like that. Do you agree?
Yes.
And so if you took the time to think about what you really want in life, by the end of your days, what you want to accomplish, what would you want to leave behind, who are the people that you want to impact, what kind of example you want to leave other people through you. That's your why. Money is good, okay? Money is good, but you know what? In our business, in this compensation plan, in our company culture, you know what? If you do the right thing, if you build the teams the right way, if you treat people the right way, the money will come automatically. How many of you agree with me on that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, give yourself a hand, Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
And let me tell you, it takes one to know one. If what I say resonates with you, you're already there. The rest is just learning and walking along the path. It's true. So many years ago, when I first started in this industry, I couldn't see past my nose. And that's a problem with traditional business people, right? Like in my furniture business, how much I'm going to sell this month? Because at the end of the month, I need to get paid. I need to pay my employees twice a month. I need to pay rent. I need to pay taxes, etc., 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 right? So every month I start at zero, and that's all I can see. But in our industry, let me tell you something. It is very different. Because you're out there, you're going to build over time customers. You're going to build business partners. Every time somebody buys, sell, use the product, you can make money in anywhere we ship to. That is powerful. That means, look, how many of you love the product, right? Yes?
Yes.
Well, how many more do you think will love the product?
Right.
So many more. So that over time, you build a layer of, for example, smart chip. Another layer, more and more people at smart chip. What happens to your income? It goes up, right? Now, there's many ways to do it, but it has to be powered by your why. You know what the two most powerful words are. I am. Be careful how you use that. Okay? Many years ago, having gone to college, and at 19, I became a mortgage broker. Okay? Now, I'm going to be very Very straightforward, because it's my stories, okay?
Yeah.
So at 19, well, my parents were getting divorced. As the oldest son, I'm oldest of 4. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can go make some money, take care of myself. You know, as a good Chinese son, you know, right? So okay, let me go do it, right? So I went to get my real estate license, and you know, taking tests is like snap. You know, I have a good memory. I can memorize a lot of stuff. Like boom, right away. I went to be a mortgage broker right away doing mortgages. At the same time, I was working at a furniture store just to earn extra, you know, money on the side. So I was taking care of myself. So I've been an entrepreneur since then. I don't want to be anything else because, you know, I hate being rejected. Do you?
Right.
Especially when you go to a job interview, right? I'm like, that's not for me. I hate that. And when I was young, you know, when you're young, you're less self-aware. You know how young people are, right? Yeah, I know everything. I was one of those. So I was a little less self-aware. So as I grew, you know what? After I graduated, you know, I took the 6-year plan at Cal State Northridge, got my BS degree, right? Bachelor of Science degree, okay? BS degree in Business Administration, Finance, and Real Estate. That's what I did. So when I graduated, I took all the classes for real estate except one. I did that. Probably, you know, that test was like 120 questions. You know, 20 minutes, I'm done. Out the door, I passed. So I started my real estate office. You know, one of the things, shortcut to being successful, is, well, there's 3. 1, you work for somebody who's successful, right? So you can learn, right? Number 2, you work side by side with somebody who's successful. You leverage on them. And number 3, get somebody successful working for you.
Yes.
Like my dad in real estate. So he was already a real estate agent. But anyway, that's how I started, right? And then a few years later, a friend of mine asked me, hey, I'm opening some store. Would you like to get in it now? I say to you all this. Yeah, you already heard me. I made money and lost money. I say all this to say that I did not have any reason to do any of those things. No why. I just wanted to be free business owner. But you ask me, why in the furniture business? Well, I like good looking stuff. I like people, but do I really have a why? No, I did not at that time. I did not at that time. So, you know, it's not like you have to have it on day one, but if you have some self-awareness, a little bit of life experience, what other things you want in your life? Or if we talk about purpose, do you know why you're on this earth? That's a more serious and deep question, right? But one thing, an easy way to explore is through service, serving other people. You can find yourself. You can find your own value. Like Chloe, I don't know if you heard when she was doing her testimonial, she talked about she found her own value as a woman. You know, like she never had a job in her life. You know, she knows how to spend money and knows how to know when to eat. But the worst thing is when you have all the money and you're still looking for places to eat every day, you have to worry about that. You have to worry about what you're going to wear, go to the next party and all that. Oh, that's really just kind of going like this without any value, right? And it's interesting that Daniel said, you know, that was a lot of stuff that he said, and when he said, I know where he got it from, he internalized it. The worst thing is when you have all that money and you have no purpose in life. You don't know what the heck you're doing. It's an emptiness in a hole. So success is different with different people. You know, I'm from Hong Kong originally. You know, a lot of people in Hong Kong, it's like what watch you're wearing, you know, what suit you're wearing, where do you shop, what car you're driving. It's very normal. But when you truly serve with purpose, when you know why you are here, what you are doing, nobody can stop you. You know, Kim always say, if you sit down with somebody, you know what's the difference between, you know, being able to enroll in versus not? Whoever has the biggest belief wins. So if you know your story, why you do what you do, is it for yourself? Is it for other people, like maybe your kids, your parents? Maybe you just want a total change of your circumstances. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know, a lot of people like that nowadays. You know, fire your boss or have an option to do something else, live life a different way. You know, every day I meet people, maybe meet up at a coffee shop, have a drink, and make money. What kind of lifestyle is that? Right? So think about that. Travel for free. Thank you, Daniel. Okay? So your why is very important. Think of the things you need to do. And I say need, because just saying something, yeah, I want this, I want this, I want this. There's no will behind the I want. But the need, there's a will behind it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you got to exercise your will. We're all made up of our spirit, soul, and body. You know where your will is? That's where your soul is. You got to exercise your will to live the life that you want. And that's the opportunity here. You know, that is the ultimate. And whoever has the strongest belief in what you're doing, you will win. Regardless, you will win anybody. You win anybody. I mean, Lance and Renee, Tracy, Amy share amazing insights. I mean, that's years of experience. They're masters at sharing the opportunity and product with other people. And you can easily get on board with that by starting with your story. Your story. Why? Now, the next step to share the why, I'll share with you a little insider. Because Amy and Lance haven't shared it yet. I want to just grab it for you, okay? So, when you go share with people, normally they will have 3 questions in their head you must answer. Do you want to know those are? If you can answer those 3 questions, they will enroll with you. Would you like that?
Yes.
Okay, you got to write it down, okay? First question is, when you share, 3 with them, they're thinking, is it real? That's the first question. Is it real? Are the products real? Is the company real? Are the people real? Are what they're sharing with you, is your product story real? Or whatever you say to them, is it real? Second question. Oh, you know what? It's real. Okay, but what do I get out of it? How can I participate in it, right? What do I get out of it? Is it money? Is it health? Is it freedom? Is it going to help send my kids to college? Is it going to help me get out of rental and buy a house? Is it going to help me, provide better health for my elderly mother and father? What do I get out of it, right? So, is it real? What can I get out of it? The third question is, can I do it? That is the hardest one to answer. Can I do it? That takes a lot of encouragement. If they see it in it for themselves, they will enroll with you. It is that simple. I don't care what kind of presentation that you do. If it's a 5-minute, 15-minute, half an hour, 1 hour, don't do more than an hour. If you can answer those 3 questions, they will enroll with you. Okay? And then you got to activate them. So talk to them a little bit more. Once they get in, build a relationship. Find their why. Talk it out with them. Get to know. Because when they know that when you build that trust with the relationship, right? And they know that you're there to support them, and they reveal to you their why, and you have their back, you will do battle together. That good?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So look, we are a startup. Your why is very important, all of us together. We're building something magnificent. It's going to be huge. We've done it before. There's quite a few of us that have done it before, have built the $1 billion company before. We use that experience and wisdom and apply to the current circumstances. We know how to build a skyscraper. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. That is the difference between 3 and any other company. You have people that have built company from zero, from nothing, like below ground. So we're there. Right now we're building the foundation that's still below ground. Once it's built, boom, the skyscraper goes up fast. So what's going to happen though, as you build a business, there'll be a lot of ups and downs. And the hardest part is emotion. And I want to go back to what Daniel said earlier. It's one thing about loving other people, but start with yourself. Dr. Wayne Dyer, I don't know if any of you remember him.
Yeah.
Amazing speaker. He said, it's like an orange. When you squeeze an orange, what do you get?
Juice.
What kind of juice?
Orange juice.
Exactly. So if it's in you, when you're under pressure, going through the ups and downs, if you know your why, what's going to happen? Only good stuff comes. Only your desire, only your commitment, only your persistence, because you want to do what you need to do to achieve your dream. Don't forget. So put that good stuff in you so that the good stuff can come out. Okay? That's part of it. When you know your why, all these valleys, down the road when you look back, it's going to be ripples in the pond. They'll just be ripples. So, because to build this billion-dollar company, it's a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice. The hardest part for most people is to make that $500, $1,000, $2,000 a month. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the hardest part. But if you can do that, get past that part. I don't care what you do. You talk to your sponsor, you talk to your upline leader, find out what you need to do. I need to break that $2,000 barrier. If doing the same thing, if you can break that, you can change your habit. If you can learn to use a system over time, from 2, doing the same thing, you're gonna hit 5,000 a month. And 5,000, with a little bit of leadership, you can double that. If from 10 to 20, you do the same thing you do over and over. When Amy said, if you do something that's become boring, let me tell you, do it over and over and over and over again, that won't be boring. Because you will find the joy in people, in your team, who's gonna pop, 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 you say, you'll be so happy for them. And automatically you are successful. And Kim once said to me, if we can do 20 a month, sky's the limit. And it happened. I saw it happen. I said, oh my gosh. It's crazy. And the thing is, we are pioneers. We're pioneers where? In the US? Globally. Now imagine down the road, as you build your business, right? We're gonna open another country. We're still gonna be pioneers over there. Another country, we pioneer again, pioneer again, pioneer again. That is the crazy part of this industry. This is a model that has never been done before, not like this. You don't start with like 15 countries and territories right away. With people already experienced building something from 0 to $1 billion before. That is the difference. So I want to instill this into you because a lot of people are grasping. Why 3? Well, let's see. Normally, in any other opportunity, company, product, complement. Company, product, complement. Right? But this is different. Because first is about people, it's about you. Your why. And together what we can achieve. Right? It doesn't matter. If they say no, because some will, some won't, so what? Someone's waiting. Next! Did you get that? SW, 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 next! Alright? And the people you think will come in and work, they won't. The people you think won't, they will. It's the old proverb of you cannot judge a book by its cover. It's 100% true in this industry. But if it's true in this industry, because you go through so many people, you know. The fact is, don't prejudge. You never know. I've worked with people who cannot talk, who stutter. And a few months later, they're building a tremendous income. Well, how do they do it? Well, that's another story.